All right, this is chapter 5, lesson 3. It says relate division and subtraction. Okay, look at the example. All right, for multiplication, you have repeated addition. All right, so for example, we had 3 times 5. For example, if we had 3 times 5, it was going to be 3 groups of 5. So it was going to be 5 times 5 plus 5 plus 5, right? When I do division, I'm going to use repeated subtraction, and I'll show you what that looks like. So the example says, a designer makes 15 dresses in equal numbers of red, blue, and yellow. How many dresses of each color are there? Write a division sentence. It says write a division sentence with a symbol for the unknown, then solve. So I have 15 dresses, right? And I'm going to divide them into 3 groups, and I want to know how many dresses of each color is she going to make. Okay. One way is to use models. Draw 1 counter at a time on each dress until all 15 counters are gone. So, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I used up all my counters. I make sure that I put 1 counter on each dress at a time. Okay, so there are how many dresses of each color?
5.
5. Okay, of each color. So the unknown is 5. So I know that 15 divided by how many dresses are there? 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. So there are 5 dresses of each color. Then it says you can also divide by repeated subtraction. Subtract equal groups of 3 repeatedly until you get 0. All right, so this is what they did. They started with, how many dresses are there?
3.
Good. But how many dresses are there? 15. There are 15 dresses. Okay? Right? There are 15 dresses. And there were 3 colors each, right? Yeah. So subtract that, I get 12. And then you're going to subtract 12 from 3. I get 9. And then you're going to subtract 9. Subtract 3 from 9, I get 6. Then you're going to subtract 6 minus 3, I get 3. And then you're going to subtract 3 minus 3, I get 0. It says you can also divide using repeated subtraction. So I repeated subtraction each time. Subtract equal number groups of 3. I subtracted 3 each time until you get to 0, and here I got 0. So how many times did I subtract? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I subtracted 5 times. So how many dresses in each group? 5. You subtracted groups of 3 5 times. Okay, so 15 divided by 3 is 5. Here's example number 2. It says you use repeated subtraction to find 10 divided by 2. All right, so I start by 10. I start 10, and I have to subtract how much each time?
2.
2. So I go backwards. 10 minus 2 is 8, and then 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So how many times did I subtract? 5 times. So 10 minus 2 is 5. Another way to do that is, again, I could use a number line, or I could use repeated subtraction. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 2 minus 2 is, 4 minus 2 is 2. And 2 minus 2 is 0. Again, how many times did I subtract here? 5 times as well. So look at the problem number 1. It says there are 16 flowers. Each vase has 4 flowers. How many vases are there? So again, how many flowers did I start off with?
16.
16. Right? And there are 4 flowers in each vase. All right, well, what's one way to do it? Repeated subtraction, right? So let's say, I'll just do it here. 16 minus 4. Okay, that's 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, so how many times did I subtract? 4 times. So how many vases are there? 4 of them. And then number 2 says there are 14 years. Okay. Each dog has 2 years. So 14 divided by
2.
So let's use repeated subtraction. Okay, so it's going to be 14 minus 2. So I'm going to use this number to subtract each time, right? 14 minus 2 is 12, and then 12 minus 2 is 10. Then 10 minus 2 is 8. Okay, and I'm going to put it over here. 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay, 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. How many times did I subtract? 1,
7, 6,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14 minus 2 is 7. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. So we got that there. And then on this one, we're using a number line, right? So how many times did I subtract? 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then 8 divided by 2 is 4. Because I jumped 4 times. Look at number 5. It says write a division sentence. So obviously I need this. That's my sign, right? There are 16 orange slices, and each orange has 8 slices. Where the numbers are going to go? So what's the first number I'm going to put down?
16.
16. Okay. Divided by 8. Okay. And how many oranges are there? There's actually 3 oranges. Not 2. Oh, wait. Sorry. Whoops. 2. You're right. So it's going to be 16 divided by 8, which is 2 oranges. So they went, I'm going to write it here, they went, to solve it, 16 minus 8 is 8, and then 8 minus 8 is 0. How many times did I subtract? 2. 1, 2. So 16 divided by 8 equals 2. Sorry, this is 0, not 8. My fault. It's okay, Ms. Martina, makes a mistake. This is a 0, not 8. Alright? Sorry about that. Now let's look at number 9. It says use repeated subtraction to divide. It says 10 divided by 5. Where do I start?
10.
10. I start here. And I'm going to subtract how much every time?
5.
So, there's 5, and 5 minus 5 is 0. So how many times did I jump?
2.
2. So 10 divided by 5 would be
2.
2. And look at 11. 9 divided by 3. I start with 9, and I go backwards 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How many times did I move? 3 times. So 9 divided by 3 would be 3. And then let's do the repeated subtraction. So same thing here. Okay. I want to know what's 12 divided by 3. I want to know what that is. I start with 12 minus 3 is? 12 minus 3? That's 9. 12 minus 1 is 11. 12 minus 1 is 11, but 12 minus 3 is 9. And you see the little arrow? See the little arrow pointing? What goes in the box at the top?
9.
9, thank you. So then 9 minus 3 is 6. And then 9 goes to the top. 6 minus 3 is 3. And then the 3 goes to the top. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So in this case, how many times did I subtract?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. Another way to do this, if I have a multiplication chart and I have 12 divided by 3, I'm going to go to my chart. I'm going to go to 3. I'm going to go all the way across to 12, and I go straight up. What's the number at the top? 4. If I have 40 divided by 5, I'm going to go to 5 right here, go all the way across to 40, and then go straight up. So what's 40 divided by 5? 8.